why are teachers leaving the profession so much? I see so many posts online about teachers getting tired of the profession. They don't want to be in the profession anymore and they're leaving. And I want to kind of give my thoughts on why this is the case. So first of all, I am a teacher. I do teach elementary school. I teach in Florida. I'm not going to say what grade I teach exactly. I'm not going to say what district I teach in because I do want my identity to be anonymous. But I am a teacher. I do teach elementary school, so I have a little bit of a leg to stand on. So to understand why teachers are leaving the profession, we have to first start in the house. Before the kids even come to us, it seems like this generation of parents raise these kids to be on like an equal playing field with them. And what I mean by that is they have like grown-up conversations with their parents. I've even heard some children talking to their parents about, why are you not married yet? My mom wants a man, but she can't find one. What? That's crazy to me. Conversations like that, when I was younger, used to get me whooped. I couldn't have conversations like that with my parents. So that's just an example of how kids kind of talk to their parents like they're equal, as opposed to talking to their parents like they're the child and their parent is a parent. And even if the kid is not a problem child, right, that is still probably not a good thing for a kid to think they're on your level, because when they do come to school, if they aren't a problem child, they'll probably try to push some boundaries where you have to kind of rear them back as a teacher and say, hey, you're not going to talk to me this certain way. You're not going to do this, this, or this because you're a fucking child. I'm a fucking teacher. Listen to me what I tell you to do, right? And kids who are problem children, they're going to come to school thinking they don't have to listen to you at all, because when they're at home, I don't want to eat this. I want to eat that. I don't want to go to bed right now. I want to go to bed at 12 o'clock. I don't want to get off my iPad. I don't want to fucking do homework. When they come to school, I don't want to sit down. I don't want to go to science class. I don't want to leave lunch right now. I don't want to be quiet while you're talking. So when they're reared to believe that they're on the equal playing field as an adult, they will come to school and think that they're on the equal playing field as their teacher, and that will cause issues, especially if that child has behavioral problems. Now, another reason why I believe teachers are leaving the profession is because the administration today is weak as all hell. It's weak as hell. At my school, I have seen kids get into fights and nothing happens to them. I've reported that 5 kids got into a fight and absolutely nothing happened to those kids. They weren't written up or anything. I've seen kids curse out in the open without any regard for who is listening to them, near doors, near adults, and nothing happens to them. I've had kids physically threaten me. I've had kids curse at me, and nothing happens to them. Now, albeit that is rare, because I am a psychopath when it comes to these kids, and I will touch on that later in the video. I am a psychopath of a teacher, right? I am a psychopath, so that kind of, deters any behavior issues that a kid might give me. But we'll set that aside. So the reason I say this administration is weak is because I think about what happened to me when I grew up. Some of the shit that these kids are doing in the school right now, I wouldn't dream about doing when I was a child. Because I know that if I did anything like they did, right, I would get fucking suspended even before my mom found out about it, or my dad. If I cursed, said hell or damn or shit or whatever the fuck, or nigga, I'm getting suspended. If I'm fighting, I'm getting suspended for multiple days. If I'm even talking too much in class, I'm getting my ass sent to ISS. And from there, I learn from my actions. Administration doesn't do that nowadays. And I don't know if it's maybe because studies have come out, I say studies in quotation marks, have come out and said, oh, suspension isn't a good thing because it doesn't fix the problem, right? It doesn't cause that child to act any better. It just makes them miss work. That's absolute bullshit. That is not the meaning of suspension, the meaning of suspension and why it is implemented is because it is a deterrent to other kids that have a little bit of sense. It's a deterrent to them so they don't act like assholes. Also, if a kid is being disruptive, and it's really hard for me to teach when a kid is being disruptive, that is a weight off my shoulder if that kid is not able to be controlled. If you don't know how to act here, we're going to send your ass home. And administrations have gotten away from that to a large degree. And I don't really understand why, especially in these rough areas. I teach in a very rough area. I don't understand why the fuck we aren't suspending people more in rough areas. I really don't get it. Also, going back to the parents, when the parents do hear that their kid is doing something they don't have any business doing, like cursing or whatever the fuck, they don't do anything. They do fucking nothing. And if the parent doesn't punish the kid at home, the kid's gonna come to the school and do whatever the fuck they want to do. So we tell the parents that your kid is doing this, this, and this, and the problem doesn't get solved. So if you're not whooping your kid, fine, but you need to find some other alternative method to discipline your fucking kid. And that does not happen nowadays. You had parents coming out to the school and whooping people's asses when I was a kid over smaller things. Much less getting sent out of the classroom, for example, pushing a fucking pregnant lady in the stomach. That happened at my school, which was insane. And the kid didn't even, that should have been an expellable offense, and she got suspended for a few days. It was crazy to me, right? Now, I can't put all the blame on the children, and I can't put all the blame on the parents. The teachers share a little bit of this, and I'll explain why. If you know that your kids have a propensity to act like they don't have any sense, they have a propensity to come to the school on 10, so to speak, right? Their behavior is on 10. You need to be on 15 and meet them where they are. I resent the notion that, oh, you should never bring yourself down to a kid's level. Oh, you absolutely should. You should match their fucking energy. If you're throwing a tantrum in my classroom, throwing shit around, kicking other desks, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab your stuff and I'm going to throw that shit across the classroom. I'm going to grab your desk and I'm going to throw that shit across the classroom. Just to show you that you're not the only one who can have tantrums. And when you have tantrums, they're not as bad as mine are, right? You have to be crazy like that. You have to be if your kids are crazy. Now, me personally, I've gotten to a point where I don't really have to do that anymore, because I've garnered myself a certain reputation. Kids know that I don't play that nonsense that they play in other classes, right? Kids actually get sent to me when they're not able to behave in their other teachers' classes. And I'm completely fine with that, because right when they come through the door, the proverbial hand is on their neck right when they come through the door, to where they don't even have an opportunity to do any bullshit, because I'm all over them from the time they come into the school to the time they leave. And if that garners me a reputation of a mean teacher, I couldn't give a shit less. I'm not there to be nice or mean. I'm there to teach you. I'm there to teach children. I'm there to get some good, clean learning gains. And that's my job. It's not to be nice or mean. I don't really give a shit about that, right? And because of that mindset that I have, I don't have any problems in my classroom. I really don't. I can count on 3 fingers how many kids I've really had problems with. And one, bless his heart, he was severely autistic, so I don't really even count him. The other 2 are just fucking assholes. I haven't had any problems with any kids because my classroom management is really good. So another piece of this pie as to why teachers are leaving is because their classroom management probably isn't the best. Or they need to go to an area where maybe you don't need as extreme of classroom management as you would in a rougher area. Me personally, right? My classroom management is really good, so I don't have any issues. So I don't really feel any of these things the other teachers are feeling. But I definitely do see the parents not making their kids being held accountable. They're not holding the kids accountable. I definitely do see the kids coming here thinking that they're on my fucking level as an adult. I definitely do see weak administrations. But I don't really run into those problems. But I do understand, being a teacher, why other teachers run into those problems and why they do want to quit the profession. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Are you a teacher? Why do you think kids are leaving the profession? Let me know. Anyway, I'm out of here. For more discussion videos about anything, related to teaching or anything that happens in the real world, definitely subscribe to the channel. Anyways, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Bye.